All right, I'm Jasmine Andrade. I'm from Sacramento, California, Oak Park, California, and I'm an artist. So I am a visual artist. I paint, and when I was in college and I moved to ATL, I just started painting. Like, I don't know, I just picked up a paintbrush and just started painting, and after that, I just went up from there. Just started showing like within a month or two of painting, and I'm like, I'm not ready like for people to even see it, you know. So ever since then, like I was always in school, you know, business, and I used to work at the bookstore. So doing art and getting tattoos and all that stuff was just
not the thing.
No.
And how did you become actually a tattoo artist?
So when I moved back from Atlanta, I moved into my own little apartment, cut all my hair off, and I was getting tattoos. And I always had tattoos, but I started getting them like everywhere, you know, like out. And so this artist I was going to, I just loved what he did, you know, I was just so interested. So I asked him, I was like, you know, been thinking about it and I want a tattoo. He opened up his door and he put together a kit for me. I gave him a couple $100 and he let me sit in and watch him do a tattoo. And I just did my research and I started tatting from there. And you know, I guess I was a scratcher, but I took it serious. You know, I wasn't like tattooing a lot of people. You know, I was really like learning the craft and tattooing for a few months, just a little bit. I didn't really like it too much, so I stopped. You know, I was just like, whatever, it's not really for me. I want to wait till I learn. I met this guy named Maya Bailey. He's like this really dope tattoo artist in Atlanta, and I helped him out with this mural for a women and children's shelter. He would let me come and paint like at his tattoo studio, and I knew how to tattoo, but it still wasn't a passion for me then. I wasn't, you know, ready, like I wasn't there, you know. And so I moved back to Cali and my grandma passed away, and after she passed away, that's when I started tattooing, and that was just like my escape, you know.
How do you get into the zone?
Like I paint in my head all day, you know, like, and if I don't paint for a while, I go crazy. So I just get inspired just like from everyday life, you know, just like myself. Like when I'm by myself is when I paint the most, you know. Even when I used to hang out with my cousins when I was young and go to their house and kick it, or they'll come to my house and they're having a party, I'm like, okay, well, if I come over, I have to paint. Like, I'm bringing my paint shit. They're like, okay, so I'm in the living room with all my paint shit on the ground, and like everybody's around drinking, and I have my little drink and, you know, my bud. And, you know, they're like, oh, what's up? You know, and back then it was like weird to people, like crystals and painting. Like, it was just unheard. You know, I used to get teased about it. Or people used to like, oh, you're fucking over here painting, or, you know, like you have crystals, whatever. Now these same people are like hitting me up. Like, so, and I'm like their supplier. So, for beats, when I lived in Atlanta, I was doing a lot of research. I was getting more into my spirituality. And my family's Catholic, you know, but I used to go to a Christian church. And I remember like doing my research on waist beads, and my friend, she's West Indian. My friend Jazari, she had waist beads since she was like born, you know. And I made them when I was out there, but I didn't sell them. I didn't like show them. I started making them, but how I do mine is different. Like, I don't make African waist beads. I never try to portray that I make African waist beads. Of course, that's where it originated, you know. And you know, it's an adornment, you know, it's for many different things, you know, it's for sexual energy, for fertility, to make your body like look good. It's like body lingerie. It's for you and your partner. And I started adding the healing crystals on there, and I love crystals. I always liked rocks when I was little, and diamonds and gemstones. My grandma bought me a lot of jewelry. I would lose it, but she bought me a lot. And so when I got the crystals, I had an idea of adding them on with the waist beads, because I wanted to heal myself. And I put a lot of rose quartz, all rose quartz around my waist. So I was like, okay, I need to heal myself from the past, like from everything, you know, my childhood, past loves, you know, forgive myself. And it's crazy because people like need this stuff, you know. And so when people hit me up for a piece, they'll hit me up, and I'm very private. Like, Because it could be somebody I went to school with, or it could be a teacher that I went to school with, or somebody I never met that I know knows like someone I know, or someone who is like out of the country, you know. They'll hit me up like, hey, I need something for my anxiety, or I need something for my sexual energy. I had a customer, she was going through IVF, and she needed something for fertility, you know, and just to keep her calm and everything. So I had to do my research, and I got her some good high quality stones, and I only got her 2 stones. And so I gave her the stones. She came and picked them up. I didn't even charge her a lot, and but they were like a good price, you know. I don't mess with that cheap shit. And weeks later, she posted that she was pregnant with.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then she posted the stones next to like the baby shoes, and I was just like overwhelmed. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy, you know. And my cousins make fun of me. They're like, people really hit you up and call you a healer, you know, like, you know. And I'm just like, I'm not, you know, like, I'm healing myself. We're all healers, you know, like, we all are, you know, we all have gifts, you know, but it's crazy, like, God, like, it's like, people really come to me for this, and I'm just like, it's not about me, you know, so I have to be on my shit in order to serve, you know.
Is there a balance to, like, love and then being like an artist and an independent business artist? Like, how do you find that balance?
It's so hard. Okay, so I used to think that I couldn't have both, you know. I used to think like it was just art and that's it, because I always put art first, you know. And I was in a relationship for a few years on and off, but I always put my art first. And then after I had got into a different relationship a few years back, I did not put my art first. I was just so caught up in the shit with the relationship that I wasn't painting. I wasn't replying to customers. Like, I was not, you know, really doing my craft. I wasn't doing for me. And I was like supporting them, and I could not do that. And I remember talking to Maya, the artist I was telling you about in Atlanta. He's a Pisces. Shout out Maya. He told me, he's like, the thing is wrong, the problem with women artists is that you guys are so caught up. Like, you guys can get, you know, emotion, you're deep in your emotions, you know, when you get pregnant, with your boyfriend in a breakup, or you're in love, you know, like, you're not gonna be on your shit. How I am now is so crazy. I'm back to my old self, like, the even worse. Like, I'm like a real crazy, like, all I do is just focus on my art, but I know that I can have love too. So,
and then is there anything else that you just want to say?
I just want to say, like, honestly, like, it's really rough right now. I know we're all on lockdown and everything, and it's just really about everyone's mental health. Like, you know, don't focus on the negative, you know, take that time, you know, to yourself. This is like an opportunity for you to take for yourself, you know, to really work on your childhood traumas and just different things that, you know, like, affected you. And I'm working on my shit too. So I feel like everyone should just really, like, be there for each other and just stay safe, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I meditate. I don't meditate every day, but I definitely do in the shower every day. But, you know, I don't go out. People think I'm just out in the sun every day just with crystals, like, oh, you know, just enjoying the sun. No, this is hard work, you know. I go through shit too. So, and yeah, I'm protected, but I'm faced with stuff, you know, and I just have to work through it. I have my Instagram page, Jasmine143 Andrade. That's Andrade. Or find me at Jasmine Beads on IG.